Hello everyone, so today we have here kind of a quick look, an unboxing video, not too detailed, but just to give you guys a feel of what to expect when you purchase a Phantom 3, whether you're getting the professional or the advanced. It's pretty much the same thing inside, just a few minor differences. Obviously this one here does 4K video. Which is pretty much, I'd say for the price difference, a lot of people are just, I always tend to recommend them to the professional just because you get that more of a better image. So I've already opened up the box. I haven't actually taken out anything from inside. I just quickly here cut the sealed tape just so I'm not fiddling around with it here in the video. So obviously I got that opened up. You get a really nice box here. You do not get a case with this unit. No backpack, no hard case, no none of that. So you do need to purchase that separately. You just get pretty much the box you see here. It's actually a really nice box. So let me pop it open here. So as soon as you open it, what you see here is the instruction manual. Now, there's a lot of people out there that are like, oh, I don't want to read a manual. I just want to go ahead and fly it. But I always like to recommend people, to always read a manual. There's always little things that could have helped us if we ever do encounter any issues, or maybe calibration that we should have done before we flew, or there's always little things we need to look out for. Even us here, with all the experience we have, we always like to check out the manual, just pretty much make sure we're not missing anything, kind of use it as a quick pre-flight, and just make sure nothing's changed, because sometimes there's revisions that are made and a lot of us don't know about it. And always the manual is really nice to check out, even though if you think you know everything, or you've flown another drone and you think you don't need the manual, always recommend people to really look at the manual and check that out. So you can see you get a nice box here. You get this eggshell carton style, meant to really keep everything nice and in place. And what we get here is obviously the Phantom 3. You can see the decals have already been put on the Phantom 3. They use the gold ones. I did look earlier in here. You get quite a bit more decals. You get some pink ones, some blue ones, just red ones. They're really nice. And all the colors, they have a little metallic to it. I don't know if you can see it in the video, but it's not just the gold. It's a metallic-y gold. So it's really nice. We obviously do get the radio here. This radio does have light bridge, or a form of the light bridge obviously in here. For you guys maybe not knowing what I'm saying, pretty much all that does, you're able to, or the Phantom is able to stream down to you live HD video. And whether you have a tablet attached to this, or you have a iPhone, or you have Android set up, it's able to get the HD video directly here from the remote. So pretty much there's a cable that would run and you plug it into the radio. Another nice feature about this, you can plug it into, let's say a big screen TV, and actually be downlinking pretty much the HD video coming off of that. A really nice thing I saw earlier when I quickly unboxed it here, you get a really nice props bag. And from the feel of it, there's 2, 3, 4, it feels like there's about 6 props in here. So I don't know if I'm correct there, I just feel like there's more than 4 for sure. Later I'm going to open it up a little bit more. This is just kind of an overall look of when you first open the box, what to expect. So let me get on here to the props, open that up, and start taking everything out. Alright guys, so got the props out of there. Really, really nice prop bag. Has a DJI logo on here. Looks like it was ironed on, so it doesn't look like it comes off very easily. So got them out, and as you can see, I was correct. There is more than one full set of props. You get actually 2 full sets of props. You get 2 counters, 2 clockwise, and then you get a spare of counter, or 2 spares of counter and 2 spares of clockwise. I really like, companies like DJI is thinking ahead. They know accidents happen. They know it never hurts to have extra props. And I mean, for the price they're getting these props, it's really nice of them to be thinking of us, the pilots, whether we're out on an actual shoot, a production shoot, or whether we're just at home messing around at the park getting some nice video. It's very nice that they're actually thinking ahead and providing us with these extra props. So let me take the rest of the stuff out of the box and show you what's inside. So here are 2 more boxes we took out that was in the box, one of them you can see it's labeled accessories, and the other one here is labeled charger. So the content of this box is all here, and the content of the accessory box is all right here. So pretty much let's start with the accessory just because it's smaller. So what I see here is a wrench to tighten down the props. This wrench pretty much holds down the motor. I see some extra dampeners. I don't know if it's a different weight of dampeners, either if they're softer or harder. From the looks of it, it looks to be pretty much what's stock on there. And we have the gimbal locks here. That's pretty much to, so your gimbal doesn't come flying off. I always like to attach to those just for safety. There's a few guys out there that sometimes, really the only way to get these off is breaking them. So if you do break them, instead of going out and purchasing some new ones, what we like to do here at the shop is just throw on some zip ties. Nothing tight, just loose, so if it ever does come off, the zip tie will catch it. So that's pretty much what's in this little bag here. The contents that was in this charger box is pretty much, pretty self-explanatory. You get a USA plug here adapter for your charger, and obviously you get the charger here. Now this charger, if you guys are aware, just like the Inspire 1, the radio is also rechargeable. So that's what this jack is here, and then the other jack right here is for the battery for this DJI Phantom 3. A really nice thing I just noticed right now is they are actually giving you a connector or a USB plug here. From the looks of it, this is probably to program it. I'm pretty sure Android, I'm not an Android guy, so I don't know if it's the same connector, the micro USB, but from what I can see here, it's pretty much the USB to hook up not only the Phantom, but also hook up the radio for any updates or any of that. That's another thing we highly recommend. Anytime you purchase a Phantom, no matter what batch you got it from, you may think it's a new batch or whatever the case is, always hook it up to your computer. Make sure you have the latest software installed, because DJI is constantly active on fixing any small bugs, not only bugs, but making a lot of improvements on their system. So we highly recommend for not only our customers, but for everybody watching the video, be sure to hook it up to the computer and make sure your whole software firmware is all up to date. All right, so here is the Phantom 3 radio out of the box. Obviously here at the shop, we own a few Inspires that we use. So looking at this, it looks pretty much, obviously except for the white, it looks almost identical, if not the same as Inspire 1. The only difference, like I said, is the color. I see the same markings for the battery, the same marking to see if it's locked with the receiver, same return to home. Obviously, there is no landing gear switch on this one. It doesn't have retract, so that is not here. Power button looks to work the same. You press once, then hold down one more time, and that'll power it up like so. And then powering it down is the same way. You press once and then hold it down, and that'll unpower it. Obviously, the DJI has gone to the throttle always centering. For us guys that do RC, it was a bit getting used to, but they've made that kind of a standard on all their radios. As far as the antennas, it looks to be pretty much the same as Inspire. The buttons, the shutter control, and camera looking up and down, pitch control on the gimbal, everything looks to be the same. The flight mode switch is in the same spot. So that's pretty much the radio. I don't think there was much differences other than the landing gear or the retract switch that you'd find on the Inspire. But obviously this doesn't have retract, so there was no use or no need to add that. All right, so lastly, the last thing in the box, and I think this is what everybody was waiting for, is obviously the Phantom 3 to be exact. Everything's, one thing I really like with DJI is everything is pretty much mounted. It's pretty much done, assembled for you. There is some minor things to do, like compass calibration. You want to do, to make sure you got the compass calibrated for where you live. But other than that, there may be some software updates you want to do both to your radio and to your Phantom, because remember guys, the radio is also has a little USB you can see here in the back to do any programming on the radio. Not programming, more like software updates. The Phantom has it too here in the front. But this is the 4K capable Phantom. This new unit also has the sonar sensors and the camera sensor here on the bottom. So you guys may be seeing the little camera there and you're like, oh, it comes with 2 cameras. Well, it does come with 2 cameras, but the bottom one isn't to record. It's pretty much acts like a GPS, and it's pretty much how it's able to fly indoors. It's scanning the ground, taking pictures of the ground, and correcting for any movement, you know, when there isn't GPS. Sonar sensor is also doing that, controlling the height. There's obviously 2 on there. And there's a few guys out there that you may be a little bit skeptical on the Phantom 3. They're saying, well, there's not much difference. But believe me, guys, we've flown not only customers, but we've flown another one who have. And just the sonar sensors on the bottom and the camera, it makes it night and day more stable. You honestly think, you'd almost swear you're flying a lot bigger unit. And not to mention the 4K camera. The footage you can get off this thing is absolutely amazing. So we still get the proprietary battery to DJI. You can see it here on the back. And turning that is the same as the radio. You press it quickly and then hold it down to power it up. So other than that, the landing gear, I think the landing gear, the stance may be a little bit wider. The design looks a little bit different on the landing gear. The unit, maybe a little bit, just a hair heavier. But it's no longer running a 3. So if I'm correct, I believe this is running a 4-cell LiPo, which makes this unit a lot more efficient. We're going to be doing some flight tests on it a little bit later, you know, showing you guys some flight footage and also showing you guys how to get it ready and get it, you know, the closest thing to flying and you know, to be able to have the best experience. We're going to show you guys compass calibration. Obviously, we're going to plug this one in, do all the software updates about the radio and the unit. This was just kind of a quick out-of-the-box look, nothing too detailed, but I hope I was able to answer a lot of you guys' questions. Maybe you're interested in purchasing one, and I'd like to see what's included in the box. A really nice thing we actually offer here at DronePros.com, if you do purchase not only a Phantom, but anything DJI from us, we also offer very affordable training sessions, kind of like intro sessions. We'll go out to the field. We'll teach you guys what all the LED lights mean on the units, because you guys know there's pretty much 3 colors, and those 3 colors can mean about 20 different things. So we teach you guys that. We teach you how to do basic video work, kind of teaching you guys how to do very mild shooting, you know, the best angles, you know, so on and so forth. We also teach you the IOC control. We teach you how the failsafe works. We teach you, most importantly, how to override a failsafe, because you guys don't know how many guys I see out there that will enable the failsafe and they do not know how to recover from it after when they see it. When they see pretty much a Phantom going into a tree, they have no idea how to recover from that. So we teach you, you know, a lot of stuff that a lot of people overlook and they think they don't need to know. But if you take our little training course we have, you're going to see that, you know, in the 2 hours, 3 hours we have, when you're done with it, you're going to be very confident, and you're going to be pretty much, you're going to have all you need to know to operate this Phantom 3 properly and most importantly, safely.